Tonight on The Edge, a funeral dinner takes a terrifying turn when bullets start flying on the east side of Detroit.
That shooting landed a man in the hospital. Police sifting through the chaos of the crime. Fox 2's Camila Miri has the story.
Family members dealing with an absolutely horrible situation. We understand this happened a little after 7 o'clock tonight here at Van Dyke and Stockton on Detroit's east side. Take a look at some video. So this family was actually at a repass, a funeral repass for a woman who we did a story about a while back who had been killed by a hit-and-run driver as she was crossing the street leaving a bar on October 1st. For whatever reason, there was some sort of disagreement, some sort of fight tonight. Police say that it was first called out as a fight inside the hall for the repass, but then it spilled out into the street. Then shots were fired. Police, of course, right now trying to figure out who fired shots, and they say an officer may have fired shots at the victim, but they're not sure if the victim had already been shot by someone else. A lot to sort out. Take a listen.
As the officers approach, they come on scene. You see one man with a gun in his hand. He's squeezing some in the air. They get him into custody, and the officer sees another person with a weapon. Officer gives a brief chase. Shots are fired. We don't know if the officer struck the person or he was struck prior to. So it's really, really early in the investigation.
My stepdad just got shot. My stepdad just got shot. Do you know what I'm going through right now? Oh, because a misunderstanding that carried on outside, and people got guns. People got guns, and because they got guns, my stepdad got shot.
And this is a green light location. Also, police looking at body cameras. So a lot of video to sort through. A very large perimeter behind me. You can see looking for more shell casings, looking for evidence. And of course, once again, that person who was shot is in critical condition, and there is one person in custody. On Detroit's east side, Camila Miri on The Edge.
UAW President Shawn Fain is not giving in 36 days into the strike.
Fain providing an update on contract negotiations just hours after GM unveiled its latest contract offer. As Fox 2's Scott Wolchek reports, that offer wasn't good enough.
For these UAW workers here on the picket lines in Wayne, they've been out here for 36 days. And, you know, it's rainy, it's wet out, but they're standing strong. Today, Fain's Facebook Live gave them some hope. But one of the main takeaways, GM and Stellantis came to the table. Ford hasn't had a new deal. How did you feel when you heard GM and Stellantis have given new offers, but Ford hasn't?
I think Ford's is a little bit mad at the UAW and really doesn't want to negotiate right now.
It's day 36 of the UAW strike. It's cold, wet, and rainy. But UAW President Shawn Fain's latest Facebook Live, providing an update on negotiations, warmed UAW spirits. For Brian Bailey, who's worked at Ford Assembly in Wayne for 27 years, cost of living adjustments were a victory.
I'm really happy to see the COLA come back and use the 2009 formula. I think that's going to help out in the long run.
Fain broke down the two new offers from GM and Stellantis and the standing offer with Ford.
The bottom line is we've got cards left to play, and they've got money left to spend.
Highlights included 23% wage increases across the big three, elimination of tiers, and faster progression to top pay.
So you're still going to have somebody across the line that might be making more than you, but you know in 3 years you'll be finally topped out at top wages.
Fain also calling out Ford for not bringing a new deal to the table.
Ford is just waiting around, handing out money to Wall Street.
Ford responded in a statement saying it was good Fain acknowledged Ford's offer as a record and that it remains the best on the table. The company is eager to conclude negotiations with a contract that will provide a strong future for everyone. It looks forward to coming together to support jobs for generations to come. Brian says he'll stay out here as long as it takes for Ford to sweeten the pot.
I'm in it for the long haul.
That's important to remember. While UAW President Shawn Fain said that they have received record contracts, they've also, for the past few years, had record declining contracts. So that may put some things in perspective for you. Of course, negotiations going to continue through the weekend. We will be staying on it for you. Reporting in Wayne, Scott Wolchek on The Edge.
A mother is dead tonight, shot and killed at her Clinton Township home.
Yeah, the sounds of that horrific act were caught by a neighbor's surveillance camera. Very Very sobering there. We're told that around 9 on Thursday night, police got a call from a woman on Woodward Street. When officers arrived, the woman was dead. Her estranged husband, who she was divorcing, was arrested at the scene. Neighbors are shocked by this tragedy.
They was like family, you know. She did, you could tell she loved her kids because they were out there, be out there playing, and it's just sad.
In a million years, you would have never guessed that he would have done anything like this.
Police say the couple's 2 boys were at home before the shooting happened, but neighbors say that the kids ran from the home.
Police are also investigating a stabbing in Clinton Township. We're told early this morning 2 men, both in their 20s, got into an argument at an apartment community off Farmbrook near Groesbeck and 16 Mile. We're told one of the men was stabbed multiple times. When police arrived, the suspect surrendered without incident. The victim is in stable condition.
Well, there's a glimmer of hope tonight in Israel.
Yes, and we're told that Hamas has released 2 American hostages, a mother and daughter who were on vacation at the time. Judith Ronan and her daughter Natalie were from Chicago. They were released, quote, on humanitarian grounds following mediation efforts from Qatar. They were abducted on October 7th during the surprise attack on southern Israel. Hamas says the Americans were freed to prove to the American people and the world that the claims made by President Biden are false and baseless. The released hostages are reportedly being reunited with family at an Israeli military base. It's believed 10 more Americans are among those still being held.
Well, so we had a little bit of rain and then it kind of waned off, but we're getting ready for more rain tomorrow.
Yeah, so gloomy start to our weekend that probably won't be going away anytime soon, right, Stephanie?
Yeah, so luckily we do have a little bit of a break as mentioned, but that rain, again, sticking around for tomorrow afternoon. So we do have periods where we do see dry time, and then luckily Sunday we do see the rain completely move away. 49 degrees right now, so it is chilly. 48 in Traverse City, 47 in Muskegon, 47 in Lansing, low 50s in Detroit. So we have since lost a degree since we last checked in. So those numbers are slowly and steadily going down. Rain, though, finally moving out, at least for now. This is the first of 2 systems that will impact us. Quick hitter, though, heading into tomorrow, which will give us very brief opportunities for some rain. So we do manage to see dry time tomorrow, but we also managed to see some rain as well. 45 degrees tonight, chilly. Clouds will remain with us. We finally begin to dry out. Here's our futurecast model tomorrow, though. So we do see rain in the forecast. And right now, models are adjusting location. We still have that chance, though, nonetheless. So this is our timing here for 5 o'clock. There is a few breaks in the clouds still at that time, but notice here how rain will be down to the southwest and south of the Detroit area. I still think we still have that opportunity tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Then eventually, as we get closer to, say, mid to late evening, if not closer to midnight, we start to see that rain chance diminish, and we should remain fairly dry as we head through the day on Sunday. Ample amount of sunshine, too, so dry and bright end to your weekend. Tomorrow, though, numbers will struggle. I think we're in the mid-50s for a daytime high. I have about 54 degrees here in the Detroit area for Saturday afternoon, low 50s for Sunday. Drier day, still kind of chilly, maybe a little breezy, not by much, though, and then by Monday, numbers heading in the right direction here. We'll be in the mid-50s. And they're going to continue to trend warmer as we head through and progressively get deeper into your work week. If you have any plans to go to the Michigan State game tomorrow evening, we start off maybe a little wet, might be a tad damp for tailgating. Temps should be at 50 degrees, then we dry out as we get deeper into your game. Otherwise, next rain chance after tomorrow will be midweek. Very spotty in nature, and with that, we see those warmer numbers too. Temps well above the seasonal high by almost 5 degrees for some spots. The 7-day forecast shows numbers remaining in the 60s well into next week. We're dry Wednesday into Thursday, and then our next chance for rain, maybe some wind, arrives on Friday. Don't forget, you can always get the latest forecast by checking the Fox 2 weather app. Download it for free in the App Store or Google Play.
There will always be a way and an opportunity for employees to figure out how to game the system.
So is this good strategy or is this bending the rules? Some workers have devised a way to get around their return to work requirements. We're going to explain the new trend that is called coffee badging.
When the box office opened at 10 o'clock this morning, the line stretched halfway around Joe Louis Arena. Some people had been waiting since 6 o'clock last night just to buy their tickets.
This is the first of 7 nights bound to please even the most Prince addicted. What would you like him to know?
I love him.
Prince decided to kick off his 4-month nationwide tour here in Detroit because organizers say Detroit has been good to him.
Celebrating 75 years.